live for second helping of Sunday, fun day, fun day. In order to catch the first helping with Lord Buddha, you will have to catch my last video. Moving on now, Buddha. I am the hostess with the mostest, the High Priestess Phoenix. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer, oracle, lightworker, starseed, earthangel, mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American Sybil. I am your messenger god, first child of God, the Lilith reincarnated. In order to keep up with me, you would have had to catch that video plus anything in my community page in my latest live short or my latest short. We picked all these cards earlier this morning. Oh, that's beautiful. And I didn't get through any of them but one. And that led to another one and to another one. But it was the best one. Really, Buddha came in and just sanctified my full existence. Really. And after that, I had more joy about it. And I want to tell you what just happened. I came up and the kids were like, da 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 da. I was like, I didn't go anywhere. What happened? Well, I was sitting in my car meditating and fucking burning sage and shit. And then I was guided to come in. And at that very time, I saw Jazz. And I was like, Jazz, let's go to the donation room. Why do you do that? I don't know. I just walk around. It's like walking around a thrift store, seeing if there's anything in there you want to fuck with. Really? And it gives us a chance to just talk back there because it's just us. It's an enormous ballroom. And so we were walking around and shit, and we were talking, and I found this unbelievable fucking nightgown. Not like a nightgown, like to sleep in, but this beautiful gown to wear. And I was like, look at that. And I was like, looking at it, I was like, I mean, I'm pretty sure it's probably a prom dress, but to me, it just has all kinds of funeral vibes. I gotta take it. I gotta have it. I was like, you know what this means, right? She's like, what? I was like, if I get this, they're gonna give me somewhere to wear this to. Really? Yeah, I'm so glad I didn't do my laundry just yet, too. Seriously, can you hear it? It's a big old beautiful dress. It has a long train on it and everything. I can't even. I'm so excited. What are you gonna wear it for? I suppose New Year's. It's the only thing I could see. That, or I could wear it to my Bone concert. That'd be really stylish. Really? Yeah. And then I came out and fucking what is that? Whole Foods across the street had just dumped off all kinds of fucking donations. So we got all kinds of cupcakes and cookies and shit. And it was really funny because in the earlier video, I was trying to explain, like, it's like, yeah, I got moved into some real stupid shit, but there's some perks to it. I was like, but, whatever. It's like, oh, you like my dress? It came from the thrift store. That's what it was last week. Everybody was like, I love your nails. Oh, really? I got them at Walmart. You can get a pair yourself for $8. Humility. Why? Well, it takes away the power of the people that are overdoing it. Really? Mm-hmm. It's like you want people to be like, ooh, and awe to your shit, but all glory to God, and I didn't pay shit. I got it for free 99. God gave it to me. Really? One man's trash is another man's treasure. That's what I was talking about in my earlier video. It's like, yeah, we wear the scraps and we eat the scraps and we live off of the scraps, but we don't scrape along. And that's the cool thing. Really? I mean, it's just a mindset. So I felt really blessed and highly favored as I'm sitting here eating cupcakes and looking at my dress, thinking about my new date and all this great stuff. I also, I'm going somewhere in that, right? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Where am I going to wear that at? It's so beautiful. I have a shawl to go over it, and I have a trench coat to go around it. It's really beautiful. I enjoy it. Anyways, forgive me. I'm in fairy tale land, and that's exactly where they want you to be. We're going to move on to the cards. These cards I pull every Sunday. These are my favorite cards. They're called the Divine Nature. Not really in depth, but I can go deep with each one of them. Mostly, I just like the feel of them. Everyone, you know what I mean? I have an affinity to the cards themselves. I don't know. They're like my favorites, if you ask. All right, number 7. And have you guys seen all the 7s? Lewis's birthday is on the 7th. I just want to remind you, everyone that forgot. Really? He's a Capricorn, huh? On the 10th is my brother's birthday, and I wasn't even considering that because I was going to listen to my muse on number 10. How amusing is that? Where are we at? Number 7. I just want to point out all the 7s. 7, 7, 7. 21, page 21. Unmask your darkness. The dark is so misunderstood, but it doesn't need to be. It is in the darkness that things grow and develop, including you. You are being asked to embrace your darkness as mother. The night, the night of soul has secrets for you and is illuminating truths you wouldn't be able to see in the garnished brightness of the known. Poet Mary Oliver talked about a box of darkness being a priceless gift in her life. The chaos, the crisis, the suffering want to gift you a new understanding of who you really are beyond who you have thought yourself to be. It is when the darkness surrounds us that we come to know ourselves in the light. Isn't that so poetic and beautiful? This is why I read these. Why do you take the journey into the darkness, the dark night of your soul? Why do you take this journey? To find your light. Why would anyone go into such a treacherous, you know what I mean, mission that many have failed and many lose their mind and they don't come back from? Why do you go searching that deep inside of yourself and inside of your soul? Looking for something. You'll find it. And that's what I always told Russ. Bro, it's scary. It looks terrifying on the outside. I can see that. But once you start, and as long as you promise not to give up on yourself, you'll find everything you're looking for in there. It's just going to take some time to work through it all. I didn't have any understanding of what I was doing. It was just one calling of the heart after another. One rite of passage. Would I be brave enough to listen to my heart and go against my own knowing and go against people and what they thought to discover, to do what I'm being asked to do that I believe I can do, but I'm too scared to do? Stuff like that. Now, when I'm trying to take these adventures, what stands in front of me is that the dark night of my soul. There's darkness that stands in between me and this light adventure. And that's the things that we've experienced, our fears, our preconceived, you know what I mean, notions on what this is and what could happen and what will happen. And we become very distraught, and it challenges our belief system to do such things. But why would anyone do it? Because they're done seeking outside of themselves, that they start seeking real hard inside of themselves. And you're met with the stuff that you hid from yourself and from others. I have proof of it, bro. Well, no, I'm not the only one. Yeah, I'm eating while I'm talking. Nobody can see me. It's not grossing you out. When I got to Wisconsin, again, I've always been a priestess. I just didn't know I was already doing all the work that a priestess does. I was just doing shit. I was guided to do shit. So as soon as I got to Wisconsin, I was guided to do a cleanse. I pull out all of my, at this time I still don't have sage. I still have only incense and shit. And we set it all out, and she comes out, and I do this whole thing. I clean all her chakras. She brings out all her crystals. We sit out in the sun. We have a fucking healing session, blah, 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 blah. The next morning, she wakes up. I'm sitting there on the sun. I'm sitting on her porch praising. And she's got this distraught look on her face. She said, dude, I had a dream about a memory that I've had. It was a memory. She tells me this horrific thing that she remembers. It's a childhood trauma. And she's like, she can see the memory different. And now she's questioning what happened in that memory. She's like, do you think that happened to me? It's like, yes, I do. I do believe this is coming to the surface so that you can deal with it and that you can feel, you can heal it. The things that we have hidden, like she had forgotten this memory, just like we all do. We try to forget it, and it came to the surface, and she saw it, and she was appalled by it. But at the same time, rather than just feeling terrible about it, she started to question the memory, and that's where it starts. Your darkness, yeah, we can say this, right? We can look at Kanye West and say that some fucked up shit has happened to that man to make him a fucked up person like this, right? That's the downside of darkness. When you take the understanding of love, compassion, the Jesus to the darkness, bro, you take the light to the darkness, It's nothing but love. It's not all forgiveness. Forgiveness comes with understanding. If we sat down and he was able to tell us the truth without persecution of what people would say, if he stopped holding people's secrets and told what he really saw and how it affected him and why he changed his behaviors and he acted funny and he started to, you know what I mean, tried to protect himself and he started to flex up and he had to prove himself and he had to do all this defending and all of this. If he told his whole story, he would make sense to us. That's that Jesus light. It would all snap. It would be all forgiveness if we understood what created the monster that stands before us. And that's what you go looking for. What made me so fucked up? Well, you're met with the fucking terrors of what made you the way you are. Like, why am I so distant? Why am I so negative? Why am I so depressed? Why am I so insecure? Why am I so jealous? All these things. You're going to find out what made you that way. And that's the trip through the dark night of the soul. Now, there's layers to it that you don't like, as you know, it's just like peeling a fucking onion. You got to go through all the fucking shitty ass layers and all the crying and all of this until you get to the good flavor of it. It's like, why are you going through this? Realistically, I don't know if that happens to you, but have you ever fucking chopped onions? It's like the process. You're going to cry. You're going to cry. It's part of us eating this great meal. It's part of it. Seriously? I mean, seriously though. You have to go through all these shitty ass layers of crying and going through all this just for a good flavor, a good meal. So I'm seeing this memory. Okay, like I got jumped a lot by cholas. So what happened? I became one. I got jumped a lot. When I moved to California, I was a skater white girl and all the guys liked me and I was all by myself and I was vulnerable. And they hated the fact that I had attention, just like what happened to my daughter, bro. Was reliving it. It was like they hated the fact that people liked me and shit, and they would always try to catch me slipping. And they did on many occasions. I didn't see it coming. I had no idea that you were about to walk up and fucking punch me in the face because of some shit your boyfriend said to me 5 minutes ago. You acted real cool in my face. You didn't do this back then. You acted like my friend. And now you're in my face, literally pulling my hair, and all your friends are fucking kicking me on the ground. I didn't see it coming. I was very naive. People would smile in my face and I'd get my ass beat. Shit like that, right? So try to hold that story, not try to live that memory. You don't want people to know that that happened to you. That's embarrassing. No, it's not. It's just something you're ashamed of. But that's a story that many kids carry. And it's just that. It's like it's dark for you and it's embarrassing and it's shameful and you don't want nobody to ever know that that ever happened to you and that, you know what I mean, you were so naive and any of these bad things happened, but you were just human. And then I'm seeing the stepbrothers. They're all like 40 years old. He's like, the bullies, they made me lick the white poop. It's like, maybe not walk that way. I'm just trying to say it. It's like, you know, I had a man tell me a story. He didn't fully, he was trying to. And that's where it is. Sometimes you just can't put it into words. But he had a bad experience in California. He said he was at a party and he couldn't say it in words, but he was basically hinting towards the fact that he got date raped. Is what he was hinting towards, bro. And he couldn't. And as much as that's horrific for him, and he lives with that, you know what I mean? All those fears and that memory. It's like, bro, you have no idea how many men have been drugged and fucked. I've heard stories of it just coming from the gay bars. Seriously? Yeah. Why? You don't know how many women have been drugged and fucked. Why do you think they're out there buying us drinks, bro? I got roofied. And they tried to do it a second time. I got roofied, bro, at a party, but God saved me. I tell the story all the time. I was in like Palmdale or some shit. Palmdale, come back to me. Sorry, Afro Man came in on that one. Really, yeah. We went into a party. We're going house partying. We're from the desert. We're in from Mojave, and the girls go and hit all the house parties on the weekends. So we pull up at the first party, and they're like, all right, we're going to check it out. So I'm just standing there at the doorway, and there's this dude. And the dude's like, hey, you want to do a shot? And I haven't drank all night. And so I walk up and I do the shot with him. And by the time I take the shot, I look over and they're like, there's nothing going on. Let's go. And so I was like, all right, laters, dude. And I got in the car and we buckle up. And by the time she goes to flip the car around to make a Yui, I'm so fucked up that my face slams into the fucking window, bro. And I can remember the rest of the ride of me being a ping pong ball in the back of the seat. I'm a very well seasoned drinker by this time, where I can take down quite a few shots. I took one shot with this boy and was out. They had to take me back home. I was completely fucked up and laid out by one shot in the back seat. I did get saved. I saw it about to happen in a party in San Diego. Again, we had no business being there. We were East Side girls at a Southeast party. And anyways, I was there at my homie's birthday, and my homie goes in, you know, I'm protected by him because we do business, but once he's gone, we're not so protected, bro. And so we're sitting there and we're drinking. She's drinking beer and I drink my own. I don't drink beer and shit. All the homies are there and he's about to sneak off into the room with his girl. When that happens, I'm reading the room and I pay attention that the boys are going into the kitchen. And I'm kind of like paying attention. They're talking and they're chit-chatting, but I'm looking past and I'm seeing them. They're trying to take a beer and put it into this cup. There's something in the cup. They don't want my homegirl to drink the beer out of the bottle. They want her to drink it out of the cup. And I'm like, hey, come outside with me. Let's have a cigarette real quick, dude. And I grab her and I'm out front. And I'm like, look at me right now. We have to get the fuck out of here right this minute. We are in danger. Don't act funny. Just walk with me. Grab your beer. We're going to act like we're walking to the fucking store and we're getting the fuck out of here right now. She was a little hesitant, but she had to follow me and she didn't know. And then we got over there. We're in the fucking four corners, 2 East Side bitches. We're in danger, bro. I didn't realize how much danger we were in until we came out of the party, and we were in danger at the party. Really? One thing about the Logan boys, bro, they don't take no. They don't take no for an answer. No? I didn't see it coming, but thank God got me. God got me out of it. Again, I was lucky. They didn't call me lucky for no reason. Lucky the Phoenix, bro. I was guided out of it. I was in it, but then something got me out. I have many of these stories, bro, where dude, by the skin of my teeth, I got out, bro. And that's intuition, that's instinct, that's God's favor over your life. But there's a lot of these things where people didn't. You don't know. And you got caught up in some shit, bro. And you might be doing drugs right now, or you might be in some shit that you are extremely ashamed of. And it's that shame that keeps you isolated and in the sickness. You're not, you know what I mean? It's like Eminem wasn't the first one to do that to himself. He's a long line of losers that got that far. And that's because nobody came in and stopped him before. Realistically, everybody, I don't give a shit what you say, Marshall Mathers. They didn't stop you. I had a friend once that stopped me with just a kind conversation. If they're your friends, they're going to point out, dude, that this is you know what I mean? They're really going to stop you from fucking self-destruction. Nah, bro. They let you go until you almost died. They were willing to let you die. Those aren't your friends. And that's how I lost Lori. I thought Lori was my friend. I lost my whole family behind Lori, who was my cousin's wife. We got into an argument, and she's like, you know, it's not like I could fucking tell you shit about yourself. It's like, you know what I mean? I don't tell you shit about yourself. I was like, you're my fucking friend. You're the only person that can tell me anything. You owe it to me. You owe it to me as my friend to tell me when I'm slipping, to tell me when I'm out of control, to tell me when I need guidance. That's your job as my fucking friend. And you're telling me you've always lied in my face. You've never kept it real with me. You never stand up to me. You never tell me nothing. Or you're just mad because I'm always telling you how to act. And that's what it is. I gave up on her because of that. Because she told me the truth, that she never really cared to tell me the truth. She was never going to correct me. It's like, that's your job, bro. You're going to let me go out here looking stupid? Like, if I looked fat, she wouldn't tell me. If I'm acting bad, she wouldn't tell me. She wouldn't tell me because she was too afraid of whatever. And I was like, that's not my friend, bro. Now, the whole point was I was trying to tell her she was slipping. I It's like, it's my job. It's my duty as your friend to catch you before you fall, bro. I did the same thing with fucking Morgan. Morgan, I can see that you're visually fucking tweaking, bro. And if I can see it, they can see it. And I'm afraid that if they see this, they're going to either throw you out or you're going to lose your fucking child. There's nothing wrong with me telling you to go back into your fucking room at 11 o'clock and don't go opening up your fucking engine. Don't make me out to be a bad person because I'm trying to protect you from a bad move. Really? Yeah. And that's it too. It's like, you know what I mean? Who's going to stop us? We don't have nobody to stop us. Can't nobody tell us? There's nobody that can reach us. It's like, hey, bro, you're about to ruin your whole fucking life. Don't ruin this relationship. Don't ruin that job. Don't do this. You're better than this. Don't sink to this level. Who is that voice, bro? Okay, well, as far as the darkness, we've all been through it. We all have some great, treacherous stories that we will only tell under the candlelight on a full moon with the safest crowd, and pray to God that nobody repeats such stories. Do you know how many people secretly just blurt out their sexual abuse to me? Am I talking about sexual abuse when it comes out? No, not usually. It just comes out. Why? Because like attracts like. They suffer from the same things I suffer from, and they feel safe in that suffering to speak about the suffering. Fine, we all sit here suffering. We've all been raped. What's the difference between all of us? My opinion on it. I can change how we feel about it. We want to keep talking about it. Like the support group is what? Us supporting the fact that we heard about it, or is us supporting the fact that it's still happening and finding ways to change it? We're just going to support, you know what I mean, our addictions while other people are addicted. That means you're still struggling. You're not in a place of empowerment. You haven't overcome it to where you can help someone else. So stop trying to lead people through life when you haven't figured out your own. That goes back to earlier. It's like, you know what I mean? What gives you the authority? Given to me by God. And through trials and tribulations, tested methods and experiences. You're not fighting anything I didn't fight. I have a video to prove it. I've gone to this place in my mind. I felt those feelings. You can't let them destroy you. Or you fucking can, like everybody else before us. Not in my presence. I won't let you. I won't let you fall victim to your fucking dark experiences because we've all experienced them. And some even have worse stories than us. I may have been mildly trafficked as a child, but there's fucking kids that are trafficked every day of the week, bro. They have every memory of it. I might have been mildly gone through some of these things, but there's people that they've been going through it since they were fucking small children. You know what I mean? Going back to Demi Moore. Her mom sold her, bro, to a grown-ass man. Said, yeah, you can have her. That was her mother, bro. Don't sit there, Marshall Mathers, and tell me how your mother failed you when all of our mothers have failed us. Look at what Russ's mother has done to him in the living. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be physical, bro. It's emotional. It's mental. And let's talk about our father issues, shall we all? What's wrong with them? They didn't have a mother. Shall we go back to this motherfucking problem? No. We come together in our darkness to understand, first off, we've been through some dark ass days. But it doesn't justify our dark behaviors. It doesn't give us a right. And that's really what it is, you know, we can look at a dark person and be like, this is what's wrong with them. They've had a dark life. They've been tortured. So, you know what I mean? They're a dark persona of life. That's what happens if you let it stay on you for too long. You got to be able to take your dark experiences and see them as, first off, a human experience that you overcome because you stand before us today. You didn't die to that experience. But understanding it and having compassion for it. Otherwise, that experience will mentally kill you for the rest of your life. You will be running from that memory forever, as I did. Everybody honors Eminem. He's the most powerful rapper because of his childhood trauma. It's not his strengths, but it's his failures that everybody finds him so captivating. How he had a terrible life, a terrible wife. He was a terrible father. He had a terrible father and a terrible mother. It's kind of hard to put this all together as him being a billionaire and all of this. It's like, how did you have such a terrible? That was the stories. He used the pain to build himself up, but he still lives a painful life. He didn't overcome it. He just carries it through time. In essence, it made him powerful, but it's the same thing that makes him weak. I can turn on his own songs and make him feel bad for himself. This didn't work. This isn't working. They misinterpret it. That's Russ. He misinterprets. He thinks that overcoming chaos makes you powerful. Only if you overcome it. We all ride through chaos. You know what I mean? What's the difference? And that's what I said to you today. We all struggle. You struggle in a very different area of your life than I struggle. You don't have the same struggles. But to say that you're any better off, or I am, because we're handling completely different areas, and our victories, our pain, and our suffering cannot be measured in the same. We'll both reach the same rock bottom. All of us will reach the same rock bottom in this pain and suffering of whatever memory each of us deal with individually. It's a collective healing situation that each of us do individually, and we individually go through collective feelings. It's a process that's happening on a magnitude, but we're only experiencing it individually. But as individuals, we're part of the masses that it happens, and there's a glory to that. There's a midlife crisis happening to everybody right now, guys. And no matter where they're going in life, especially, you know what I mean, facing the new year, they're facing their darknesses, bro. The truth shall set you free. That's all I gotta say. And that's what keeps me, you know what I mean? That's what makes me so mystical. It's not that I teach you dark practices. I take you to the dark world. I'm the goddess. I'm the dark goddess. I live, you know what I mean? Dante and all of them, they depicted this dark world of suffering and pain. And I don't know how you don't see it here upon us. The layers of it. Everybody is in all kinds of suffering for sin. By pride, by vanity, by lust, by greed, by gluttony, by all things of this world. They're in layers of locked in mental prisons where they're suffering in perpetual hells of trying to beat everyone to the prize that they're all chasing. They're like, it's literally like that. I'm manifesting it. And if I'm manifesting it, that means it's already in the works. There's going to be a movie that better depicts Dante's The Divine Comedy, which is all of it. Really? They're going to make a better movie about this. They're going to make a movie about this. I can feel it. Why? Well, I mean, if I want it, then it's already going to be, don't you think? There's the movie Seven, with Brad Pitt and Kevin Spacey that talks about, what the seven sins are and where this all comes from. But it really comes down to Dante's Inferno. Well, that's just part of it. There's three, they're called cantos. There's three stories. It's like a trilogy of visions that he had with an angel. An angel took him through the pits of hell and showed people suffering and what that looked like. And that's Virgil. Virgil guides him through hell. And so when I read this manuscript, when I started reading this in college, it caused an awakening inside of me because I could see the parallel to what I had already known my whole life as the climb to Christianity. I'm seeing it parallel, that what he's describing is the same description of what we call is the climb, but his was the descent. Really? And that's how I can show you in my cards. We did not pull no Dante cards this weekend. We're on a Sunday. Let's keep in the light, shall we? Even though we're facing our darkness. Let's move on. What do we got? Lumerians. We can only pull these on a Sunday, and I pull them every Sunday. You can keep up with these every Sunday, every Sunday. Furred and feather friends. Do you believe them to be animals? They're just the skin they wear, just like you and me. We're just skin. with hair or no hair. 27. I went to Starseed Elements. Let's see. Let's see. Ethical consumption, making a difference through our food choices, caring for all beings, animal, that's very funny, animals, environmental awareness, doing the best we can, animal spirit guides. Let me just start right here. I knew it was funny. What happened? After my last video, it's not Buddha, but Krishna is all about the cows, right? Yeah. And so afterwards, all of us were seriously wanting an enormous burger. Really? Yeah, we went to Wendy's and we put bacon on all of our burgers. I wanted mushrooms, but they didn't have them. I was a little sad about that. But we went all beef, bro. All beef, bro. We were like super into the beef. Now, I want to point that out because right here it's going to tell you about changing your eating habits. Ask me when the last time we've done that. We don't eat beef like we used to. It just was a shift that happened in our household. You could call it the fact of, you know what I mean, we stopped cooking or something, but we used to always eat cheeseburgers, and we used to, you know, I used to always get meat, you know, meat products and stuff in my meals. I just stopped eating it. I noticed there was a huge influx in chicken and fish. But today we ate beef. Beef. It's what we really just wanted. That's what we all wanted, was a big ass burger. Animals are intuitive and sacred beings that walk the earth beside us. As I saw this, I saw the spirit guides. I saw the Native Americans. They're all together in a teepee. It's like they don't feel bad for what God has given them to eat. They didn't feel bad about eating the buffalo because they used every part of that buffalo. That buffalo was nothing but an enormous blessing. Realistically, yeah. And I just want to go back to this. It's like there's a lot of religious practices that will persecute you for your eating behaviors. Where does that come from? It's in the Bible. Really? Oh man, it really is. It tells you what kind of hoofed animals not to eat. Why? Because they were supposed to be used as offerings. You weren't supposed to be using these animals because these animals were spiritual offerings back to the gods, meaning of the best. You gave your best goat. You weren't supposed to be making birria or goat cheese from that goat. You were going to put your sins in that goat and give it back to God, not feed your family. Really? Yeah. Let's go back to something like the horse. How come there's no knowledge of people eating horses? Have you ever known them to just, it's a big ass wild beast full of meat? What's the difference in this meat or that meat? No jokes, Holy Spirit. Really? Yeah. I got into this with, you know, Ali. I believe he doesn't eat pork. He's part of that religious belief. And I make jokes and shit like that. It's like, you know, I'm not going to hell. Is your God going to curse me? Are all of us that eat this way are cursed? We're damned to life? I think we're having a damn life right now, don't you think? It's like this is the only bit of heaven we get to experience by the taste of our buds. I just want to point this out. I know this is going in that direction, and you may fail to go make these changes subconsciously. You know what I mean? What's his fucking face? What's your fucking face? Fuckhead, you and your fake burgers. Lewis is all vegan. He made his dog vegan. His dog ate fruits and vegetables. I was like, damn, your dog is healthier than me. I'd rather eat dog food than that bullshit. Chicken and rice and shit. Where's the meat and shit? All right, anyways. Animals are intuitive and sacred beings that walk the earth beside us. They are the wisdom keepers of many earth traditions and some of our most loving companions. They have much to teach us, and yet the way some species are treated is quite unbelievable. As we become more empathetic and our sense of compassion expands beyond that of our own family and community sphere, we see that other beings and the quality of their lives is as interconnected and equal. We may be inspired to align our actions to our compassion to minimize the harm we do to this planet and all her inhabitants. As humans are evolving, and that's why do you do those offerings for the animals? What do you think is eating all this stuff that I take out and put out? It's the animals. What'd you put out last time? I put out some kind of preserve. It was like a jelly. I put out these special, what were they? Pumpkin English muffins. I put out some canned chicken, some tortillas. There was something else in the middle I put in there. Just all kinds of stuff. I give them a smorgasbord of shit to eat. They're scavenging human leftovers, and I come and give them a whole plate of whatever they want. Really? Yeah. Why? Because that's what God does for us. As humans are evolving and moving to a lighter conscious, our bodies may struggle to digest what was once healthy and fortifying. Also, when we're doing the work spiritually, we may feel more sensitive to things that don't fit our values. When we take on the energy of a product that has has suffering imbued in it, no matter what are you laughing about? I saw this thing, I think it was on Facebook. It was just this little fucking short. And the little girl was like, she I don't have a can of tuna to show you. She was like 3 years old, and she's like, ooh, mermaid meat. She thought it was mermaid meat in the can of tuna because it has a little mermaid on the can. She's like, mermaid meat. There's an epic thing that happened back in our day with Paris Hilton about a can of tuna. If you're too young to have ever witnessed it, you need to go back to that moment. What is it? Chicken of the sea really fucked her up. Sorry, I'm trying to stay on track, but that was a really funny one. It's mermaid meat. I want to offer that one day. What are you guys having? Mermaid meat? What the fuck is that? Chicken salad sandwiches. Tuna salad sandwiches. Mermaid meat. You ever heard something so funny? I thought it was hilarious. I watched this other boy. They tried to give him. It's me and my kid's favorite fucking meme. They tried to give this boy a sloppy Joe while he was sitting in his high chair. He said, "No, it's poop." She said, "No, it's not poop." He lifts the lid on it. He said, "No, it's poop. It's poop. That's poop." Kids are hilarious. Mermaid meat. I love that. All right, as humans are evolving, you can't eat the shit you used to eat. When we take on the energy of a product that has suffering imbued in it, no matter how good it tastes or even how organic it is, we may notice a lowering of our vibration, and it changes our spiritual integrity. Yeah, it's like you really wanted to eat that fucking Chinese food, and now you ate it, and you're feeling really sick to your stomach. See what I mean? You're feeling, and that could just be you feeling fucking, you went and stuffed your face for Thanksgiving, and now you're ashamed. You feel like a gluttonous bastard. I can't believe I ate 6 deviled eggs. Yeah, let's talk about the 2 pieces of pie and that big ass turkey leg you took down too. Don't forget the mashed potatoes and gravy. Am I making you feel guilty about? It's gone now. You already ate it. It already went through your body. It's storing right now. You're going to have a muffin top. I'm just messing with you.
What do those people do that when they put their finger down their throats?
Oh, I could throw up right now, dude.
I don't know how you could do that.
I do it every fucking morning with that stupid toothbrush. Fuck up my whole shit. So where is this food coming from? Seriously? I'm so serious. I could show you. Was I bulimic? No. I just know I could do it. I don't even know how long it takes to get down because I can pull that shit up real fast. Really? Yeah. I don't know. That's a good gag reflex, I guess. All right, going back to it. It's not to say that there isn't ways of living and eating that everyone should adopt. This message is about doing what's best, doing the best we can with our circumstances. It's not always possible to access nutritious or locally produced alternatives. When this card came up in the beginning, I did it just to, try Lewis's world out. I went to Walmart and I tried to find organic food and see how much it would cost. First off, it costed unbelievable amounts of money. It was like something like $19 for like 4 fake burgers. Something crazy like that. Maybe not that much, but it was. And they tasted like, whatever. If you put enough ketchup and shit. It's like, do you want to give it up? And that's where you just give it up. It's like, I'm not going to try to fake it. I'm just going to give it up. What happens? I don't know. You just do. Ask Lewis. He used to eat meat and then he doesn't. And he doesn't crave it and he doesn't want it. And if he did, he'd probably feel bad about doing it because he's changed his way. It's like, it's like a non drinker. It's like, I don't crave it. If I drink, I mean, it's not like I can't. I can drink if I wanted to. But if I do, I'm probably it's not going to feel well in my stomach. It's not going to be the same experience. I'm not going to enjoy it. And that's what this is talking about. Your changes, your likes and everything changes. Everything. Oh yeah, dude. I watched my daughter, her palate open up. She started eating all kinds of different things she never considered. Really? I mean, she does it all the time.
Who?
You try new things. You try new foods all the time. That surprised me. Dude, I was so surprised. We went to Whole Foods. They were giving out little samples of pizza, and it was Brussels sprout with honey, bacon honey. And she bites into it. And she's like, "This is delicious." Who the fuck puts Brussels sprouts on pizza? And I tried it, and it was actually really good. So she tried something new. I was like, I never saw that coming. She's adventurous enough to give it a try. You never know what's going to happen. And that's the hard part, is when you won't even open up to this experience. You don't know if you like it or not until you try it. And she actually is more open to trying new things. Really? Yeah. Where before it's like, try it. No, I don't like it. No, it smells funny. Fine. Just eat your bag of chips then. Anyways, the message is about doing the best we can with our circumstance. Yeah, that shit is expensive. And realistically, you know what I mean? If you're gonna substitute your protein, then you have to step up your protein somewhere else. You know what I mean? If you're substituting a part of your diet, you need to replace it in another area of your, you know what I mean? Realistically, yeah. You can't just give up meat and, I saw it. There was this lady that died. She was famous for living on a fruit and vegetable diet, and she died from it. Why? She wasn't giving herself everything. You can't get everything you need out of that. She needed some milk, is what she probably needed. Something for her bones and stuff. You can't get everything you need. I mean, maybe if you were to collect fruit from all over the world. However, as consumers, we do have the power to push for change and choosing how and where to spend our money. We have many more options in the West than in previous generations for plant-based alternatives. Furthermore, there is evidence to show that I'm getting a download. Furthermore, there is evidence to show that minimizing the intake of animal-based foods helps to address a range of epidemic health issues. Why? First off, we're getting them manufactured, and they're manufacturing them with all kinds of hormones to stretch the meat. They're putting all kinds of shit to make these chickens enormous. When's the last time you bought a chicken breast? Okay, have you ever seen a real life chicken? They don't have boobs that big. That's not real. So they want you to stop eating that. Now, as the download I was getting is, you're at your house and you're standing in front of your own garden and you can only take, all right, well, we got a tomato, we got some potatoes, we got some lettuce, we've got some carrots. That's all we got to work with, people. We got some flour, I can make some bread, we can make some noodles. This is what we got. That's how it was. You went to your own garden and you saw what was fresh. Well, there's an avocado that's good today. We'll take this avocado. We've got an onion. You know what I mean? We got some fucking corn, shit like that. And that's how you made your meals. You went off of what you had available to you, and that's how you ate healthy. Because in essence, you know what I mean? You're going off of what's available. You planted everything. So sometimes you got some cabbage. Sometimes you've got some strawberries, depending on if you have, you know what I mean, your trees, your fruit trees, shit like that. But that's really what it was. We go out there and we want everything pre-made and, filled with all these hormones and alternatives and shit to make this fucking meal. And I'm guilty of it. Dude, I hate this. We live out of a microwave and a secret air fryer that I don't know. That's what I was talking to. I don't know what the consequence is. We were all supposed to give up all of our cookware on the 23rd. I was like, so what's the consequence if they come in and find my air fryer? Am I going to get kicked out? She's like, nobody knows what they're going to do yet. She's like, but I know some people are hiding them. It's not really that. But realistically, yeah, there was other people that had full, hot plates. What does that mean? They had burners and they were cooking all kinds of shit. And that's why the fucking fire alarm goes off all the fucking time. And that's why there's a roach problem too. Really? Yeah. I'm like the only person that doesn't cook meals in here. And by the time I would have started, they already came in and took the fucking shit away. They went into rooms last week and they started checking everyone's rooms and asking them if they
This
had.
lady hid her rice cooker under her bed.
Yeah, Amelia was walking through the hallway and she saw them pull one out of underneath someone's bed. So, you know what I mean? Having limited cooking options, why are they doing that? They're doing it for public health reasons, but at the same time, you know what I mean? It's going to cause a lot of shit. I don't know. Realistically, you could look back and say you people should have never been cooking in your rooms. You could say that, but then what are they eating? How are they eating? They're only eating the 3 meals a day that's provided by fucking Salvation Army, and they're not even cultural based meals. We've already talked about this. Really? Yeah. So they're digging a very interesting ditch here to see where this goes. They're taking away, and that's where these women started going a little crazy. They're taking away their ability to cook and eat. There's no breakfast served here. They just have they have little hand breakfasts and stuff like that. So, that's a lot of why we get those morning fucking wake up calls is these women are cooking their men breakfast and their children breakfast before they can go to, work and school and shit like that. And it sets off the fire alarms and this and that because of the ventilation. No, 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 no. But taking that away from a family, it's yeah, I can see you're following the rules, but you don't understand how you're corrupting these families. They have big families where they have, you know what I mean? They're used to cooking and eating. They run a crock pot all day. They're used to eating. Now you're taking away their ability to cook and eat. Really? Yeah, they totally did. And it's not like, they're not American families that live off of a fucking microwave. They cook things from scratch, you know what I mean? And they're already, struggling. So it's like, this was not probably the brightest thing. But anyways, it's change. I just want to point that out is like people don't have access to good foods. They don't have access to a garden. They have to go to their local stores and get whatever kind of, you know what I mean, pesticide vegetables and shit that where they're selling right now. Really? Yeah, look at the size of these fruits and vegetables, bro. What the fuck? What the fuck? They don't grow that big, bro. We know that we're eating unhealthy foods, bro. We literally can see it before we put it in our mouths. And that's why part of this is going back to, sustainability and just, going back to starting a basic garden in your backyard. Really? I mean, I know you apartment seekers can't do such things, but there's a lot of people that could, and they could be providing healthy food options for those in their communities. You know what I mean? Realistically, and not raping people for that. You go to these farmer markets and people are like charging unbelievable amounts of money, like the Palisade peaches. It's like, bro, why does it cost so much for this? Import, export, and that's what you're paying for. You're paying for the travel distance that it came to get to your grocery store. Granted, we can't grow everything in every land. Specific lands only grow. So you can't grow an avocado tree just anywhere. But that's what it's talking about. We're getting to a place that's very visible. It's cheaper to eat fast food than it is to buy groceries. It's almost kind of always been that way, depending on your family size. Which means it's more affordable to eat processed foods than to eat healthy foods. It's cheaper to buy a soda than it is to buy a water. True talk. Go look. You could buy a fucking soda, a fucking sugary drink, cheaper than a fucking bottled water, a good bottled water. It's bad. As false food pyramids fall away, they reveal themselves as misinformative. Marketing tools of meat industries can let go of the falsehood and choose nourishment that is sustainable, healthy, and inspiring. Also, beware of environmental factors such as land clearing and water use. Once you start to scratch the surface, you'll discover alarming and eye opening truths about food production. There is no need to be dogmatic about it, making a shift, but do what you can. It does make a difference. And then you become a fanatic like fucking NF's wife. She's a fucking fanatic, bro, about eating healthy. And that's why I was like, you do all this, but your kids are no healthy. You have to be rich to live like that, to eat the better foods, to eat the healthy foods. It shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that way. Everybody knows a fucking a poor family is eating top ramen. 10-cent fucking noodle that comes from where? China? It's not 10 cents anymore. I think they're like 35 cents. You know what I mean? Where does our money go if it doesn't go to healthy eating? And it doesn't go to health care. It doesn't have to go to anything. It doesn't go to our bodies. Where does it all go? We can't even afford good food. But instead you have a big screen TV and you got good this, you got good internet, and you got good jobs, and you got good cars. Just want to point this out, bro. May all what does this say? There's a saying in here. May all beings everywhere be happy and free. May the thoughts and words and actions of my own life contribute in some way to that happiness and the freedom for all. Translation of a Sanskrit prayer. Loka samsata skuhino. I don't know who it is. Divinatory meaning. Look at how you choose to nourish your body and your ethics and reasoning surrounding your food choices. Where possible, explore fortifying, filling, and nourishing alternatives. Your body and energy will thank you for it. This card also signifies strong animal energies. This could mean working more closely with the animal spirit guide or bringing a four-legged companion into your life. You may have a greater awareness of the wisdom of the animals that you encounter and what their traits or message meaning to you. As I saw this, I saw somebody walking through the zoo. You walking through the zoo and connecting with those animals is a spiritual experience. Each animal that you put into your eyes and that you connect with is going to give you a different sensation, a different message, a different vibe. They're going to send you a different energetic frequency. If you're open to that frequency, then it's going to have a spiritual effect on your life. That skin that you call an animal, there's a Holy Spirit inside of there that came in that form to do nothing more than send good vibes, to be beautiful and honored for nothing more than the skin it wears. This goes back to the dolphins being of an elite force of souls that are incarnated in the dolphin's skin. Same with the whales, the eagles, the heron. Not any soul can have the honor of being a holy sacred animal to the of the animal kingdom. So I just want you to understand that is like, I do a lot of offerings and I connect with the animal spirits just as the natives did, because it is a spirit, not of an animal, but it is a Holy Spirit in an animal form, the shapeshifter. What are we connecting with now? We've been connecting with the wolf spirit for the full moon and the wolf moon on the 3rd. Really, it happened last week. That fucking thing just fell over and then was open, and then I realized what was all upon us, the wolf spirit. Really? Mm-hmm. But if you think about it, the Capricorn is connected with what? The goat, right? So we're always connecting with spirits. Those spirits are representation of our spirit that lies within us. Where the fuck are these cards? Well, I gave you guys a whole hour. Do I really gotta? I could finish this off and be strong. What do you got left? One more card, an Archangel card. I'm looking at Uriel, but I don't believe that's who we're going to talk to. Let's finish off strong. And then maybe, hopefully, later on tonight, what time is it? 6. Maybe I can get back on here and check tomorrow's energy. I just saw I had an appointment tomorrow. And the appointment's in the middle of the day, which completely validates that I'm not going to work. But I'm not prepared for the appointment. And now I have to literally walk into my job and tell them that I quit to get the documents I need for my appointment. God made my life easy, made my choice for me. Really? Mm-hmm. All right, where are we at? Oh my goodness. Well, it's not like we haven't been talking about him all day. Who's that? Michael. Who's on the bottom? Actriel. Who's on top of that? Serial. Fuck off. Who's Serial? He's the first angel of the Dark Night of the Soul. Him and myself. That's Kobe. Really? All right, fine. Call it Kobe. Kobe's what? An angel of the Dark Night of the Soul? The guide? Him and I? Who's the next one? Taz Fakel. Michael. Think of Michael, and everybody calls for Michael for protection. What do you need him to protect you from? I always wonder about that. I was like, I've never really called for him. I call for him for other people, but not myself. Protect them. I'm protected. I carry his sword of truth. I'm not really worried. What is he gonna cut you with? The fucking truth? That shit hurts. What number are you? 23. Like Michael Jordan, huh? Oh my god, I turned to Gabriel. Gabriel, I was thinking about you this morning. Where's my love of my life, bro? Where's my Joseph? Well, he's on his way, I suppose. Whatever. You just be talking to him like that. Yeah, I asked Gabriel to do something for me. The same something he told me not to, that I told him I wasn't going to do at the beginning of time. I gave in. I surrendered to Gabriel. All right, courage and protection. Probably one of the most well-known of all the angels. Beloved Michael is the angelic protector, your personal bodyguard. He infuses you with the courage and will ensure you with those you love are kept safe. And that's it. It's like what protects my kids? Ugh, they're all protected. Ask him to cut away any negative cords to relieve tension and bring peace to your family and friends, and to watch over you and your loved ones. The angelic policeman, I'm a fearful mother. I do it all the time. Like the other day, I came in and I didn't know where Amelia was. And she had this habit of maybe running away all the time. So I'm like, well, where is she? I don't know. When did she leave? I don't know. Well, what do you mean you don't know? Like when did I don't know why you were outside. But I've been outside for like an hour. Did she say anything? Did she have an attitude? Where'd she go? Where was she? I don't know. I don't even really know where she was right then. But I get fearful. And I have to remember. And that's especially those times when she runs away. I don't know where she's going. It reminds me of her father, bro. It's the same feeling. When she does it, he used to do the same thing. It's the same feeling I feel. I have no idea where they're going. I don't know if I should chase them. I feel like this is all my fault and I got to just sit here in this, hoping they'll come back. Or at least they're protected as they're out there. I had teenagers that ran away and did shit like that. So when it comes to that, that's when I lean on Michael. It's like, all right, he's taking care of them. I don't ever feel that I'm in danger. There was one time I was really, really scared, but I didn't call for him. Or was it when my tire broke in the fucking middle of the night? I was scared as fuck, bro. When that car rolled up on me, I was scared. I'd watched too many movies, dude. I was in the desert. It was 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm all alone. I have no tools, and there's a car coming at me. I literally thought they were gonna harm me, bro. Like they were gonna hurt me, take my kids, something. I didn't know where they came from. I was so scared, but I didn't call for him. When they came up and they're looking at me and I'm ready to be strong, I'm sitting there, I'm holding this little piece of metal that I'm using to get my lug nuts off. And they said, and they look at me and they say, we came to help you. This happens to people all the time. I'm so scared that when they say that, I just start crying. You're not here to hurt me? No, we're here to help you. How can we help you? We help people with this all the time, dude. This shit happens to people all the time. I didn't realize it was kind of a hustle for them. They could have been the people putting shit out on the fucking street to make people's tires pop just so they could hustle them. In essence, I don't know, but they said they did it a lot. And it would happen to people all the time. And when you're, a traveler usually has money and can help you out, and you just save them thousands of dollars by, popping their tire and then saving them from it. Maybe could have been their hustle, but that's when that happened, bro. When I was really scared for my life, I didn't call him. I don't call him. But that's what you do. You call him to make you feel safe, protected, and for your family too. You know what I mean? It's like, God, look over them. Michael, go with them. It's the big brother, bro. Make sure that nobody fucks with them. Keep them safe. Really? Yeah. And when people are fighting, you send Michael. Michael, go break up the fight, bro. That's it. Ask him to cut any negative cords and to relieve tension and bring peace to your family and friends, and to watch over you and your loved ones. The angelic policeman, if you see a police car go by with witness of a fire or argument, send Michael to help to surround the situation in his powerful transmitting flame and resolve any conflict. I do that all the time. I call for him on other people. I'll call for him and Raphael when I see, ambulances. I'll call for him, Raphael, and Uriel. Most of the time, I'll call for all three of them on people's behalf. But I'm not, Michael's color is a brilliant. Why? Because maybe someone else hasn't called them yet. It's not that they don't see, but you have to invoke them. You have to call them in. And that's why I said I don't do work on you without your permission. But I can send the angels and shit. Something simplistic with Marshall. I sent my guides. I told them, go work with him. I'm fine. Go work with him. Help him. Guide him. I'll send them to you. Why? Well, I mean, they have to answer my calling, and why wouldn't they do what the fuck I said? You might not know that you need them. Really? Yeah. Michael's color is a brilliant cobalt blue and indigo, and you may see blue sparkles when he's around. Whenever you feel afraid, uncertain, or need a little extra courage, call on Michael to wrap his blue cloak around you and shield you from harm. Many years ago, I was in Sydney, Australia, visiting my family when we attended a church at St. Mary's Cathedral. This goes on to his meeting of Michael. I don't really want to get into it. The message: release your fears. You are safe and protected. If you are in a time when you need a little more courage, know that I am with you, shielding you from any perceived danger. Now, this is more of those guided meditations that I told you I don't do with you. I did them in the beginning. It's where I get you to close your eyes and have a visual meditation. I'd guide you through meeting Michael and gaining his power. It's on every page. This is a great way to start your awakening, guys. Really? Not all of them are so great. I would not, like Morgan went and got those dark cards. I was like, give me those. This is not a good way to start your awakening. These are terrible. This is a good one. Become the angel. Michael is the angel of divine will. Think of the meaning of the words will, power, and let those words anchor you into your own sense of inner strength and determination. Imagine what it feels like to be totally confident and secure in yourself, your environment, and your abilities. To hold on to that feeling and imagine that you can amplify it with your stomach area. What is that? Your solar plexus. Do you know what it feels like to feel safe and secure? Like, I'm seeing this example, I go out in creepy hours of the night where people are afraid. They're just afraid of the night hours or whatever. But I go into, I've been in some of the most scariest situations where it's like, I don't fear myself or the things outside of me. I can't even take some of you into a fucking cemetery during the middle of the day because you're afraid of something you saw on TV. Your fears are a little out of control. Really? I mean, they're validated in what we fear from what we've seen, but it's holding you back. All right, let's see here. Hold on to that feeling and imagine that you can amplify it with your stomach. If you wish, you can imagine a swirling indigo ball of light within that location. Now allow yourself to stand up straighter and taller. Bring the focus of your attention to the lower part of your body, such as your belly, your legs, your feet, consciously sinking your weight into your physicality. I'm seeing myself, and I've done this many times, I walk down a dark street all by myself. My daughter is always afraid of it. That's why she's always projecting. Don't get woman napped. First off, I look like a beautiful woman, and I'm cruising through the streets, and just kidding. I'm walking. I'm doing stuff, you know what I mean? I look like an easy target. Oh, let's go roll up on this girl. I'm not just a girl, bro. You can't just roll up on me like that. Why? The energy number 1, 2, and 3 won't allow you to approach me. And secondly, it's just my own. I carry myself. You would think I'm walking with a gun in my pocket, the way I carry myself. And if not, you're sure that I'm going to swing on you. It's just a way. It's a way of certainty. It's not that I'm above being attacked, but I definitely walk with a certain energetic feel, like not this one. I don't. You would think that I look like an easy target cruising down, you know what I mean, any of these dark streets in high heels and a dress in the middle of the night, and somebody's going to roll up and get me. They're going to roll past me 2 or 3 times. I'm sure of that. And I'm going to look them dead in their face and say, what? We got a problem? How many, you want to wrestle this girl? You want to wrestle this beast? What the fuck is she doing out here? I'm not out here looking for a date, baby girl. You looking for a date? I've been like that since I was little, bro. You know what I mean? Fucking walking through the streets of fucking the barrios of fucking Tijuana, bro, where they're literally looking for a come up. It's like, dude, I'm in danger. I had to learn to be protected in my own, you know what I mean? To protect myself and walk in a protective field of, instead of being fearful of everywhere I go. Hey, I'm not gonna lie, bro. Oakland was scary. I'm not gonna lie. I felt very vulnerable because I had my two children in a stroller. I didn't feel so secure. If it was just me, maybe, but I felt vulnerable with the kids. Oakland was rough, bro. Walking through the streets of Oakland, that was rough, bro. That made me feel a little. Keep your, pay attention. Pay attention, bro. Don't get too comfortable. Don't put both your headphones in. Pay attention. And you know what I mean? And that's just kind of the protection. You have to know that you're safe. You can't fear it. And I go into a lot of fearful places. Like, you're gonna go talk to them? Yeah. No, no, I'll wait right here. Okay. And that's where don't judge a book by its cover. It's like I walk up and it's like, oh, she's the lady of the darkness. Yeah. What's up, Monica? All right. I just want to explain that to you. It's like, you need to have this feeling of, let me go back to the basics of what you need to keep affirming to yourself on a regular basis, as many times of the day that you need to tell yourself. Just keep telling yourself this until you don't need to tell yourself anymore. I'm loved. I am protected. I am provided for, and I have great meaning and great purpose to God. You've got to know that when you're walking out the door. I'm afraid of what happened. No, I'm protected. I don't know how I'm going to. Nope, I'm provided for. Nobody cares. Nope, God loves me. I don't know what I'm doing. Nope, God has a plan for me. He's got me doing his works. I'm here with a purpose. I don't know what the fuck my purpose of being alive is, but I got purpose. I'm here to do some good shit. You got to keep telling yourself this. Reaffirm your soul's knowing that you are actually important to God by something so simplistic like that. I'm loved. I'm protected. I'm provided for, and I am important to God. When you tell yourself that until yourself knows that, then you can walk differently when you step outside the door. You don't need people's love. You know that you're loved. You don't need to feel that you need protection. You don't need a gun. You don't need a knife. You don't need to worry about people. You know God's protecting you. I slept in my car. I would park. My window was broken, you guys. Can you imagine the fear that would be? I had an open window. My whole family sleeping in the car, and we're going to sleep in parking lots and shit. I had to believe that nobody's going to come in this fucking car and grab us out. Nobody's going to rape us. Nobody's going to rob us. And I would still even leave my car unattended when I was staying in hotels and shit. I had to believe that my shit was protected, that nobody. Now keep in mind, I have a whole scary altar in my dashboard with all kind of Ouija and shit that I'm hoping will scare them away. I think you need a jacket. At least pull your pants down. Your socks are up too tight. You're looking funny there, Benjamin Franklin. Weirdo. Just put the suspenders on. Anyways, where's he going? I don't know. He just feels the need to get some fresh air. That's just it. It's feeling safe. It's like I can never go there because I don't know if they're gonna. You don't know, bro. But when you walk out there scared of people, and it's like you're giving off a vibe like, "Come get me." I don't know. Just feed yourself that. Just know you're not alone. And that was Michael Jackson. Holy shit. Michael Jackson was in every one of my videos, which is Archangel Michael. This is why we're talking about him. Every one of my videos for at least the first year, I kept telling him to stop already. All he would say to me is, "You are not alone." He would sing it all through every one of my fucking videos, bro. All day. You are not alone. You are not. Till I was like, all right, all right, all right. I know I'm not alone. I know you're right there. I know you're there, dude. I can hear you. I know you're there. Why was that so important? Because I felt all alone. I didn't understand why he kept fucking forcing me to hear this all the time until I actually believed it and knew. And now I know it. It's like, bitch, I am so far from being alone. They are outside. They are inside. They are everywhere. Really? When I park my car, dude, it's like I know who's outside my car. They're sitting on top of my fucking car watching me sleep. Don't come near it. Really? So protected. Why? Because God loves me. He protects me. He provides for me, and I have purpose. Same as every other child in this world. He does the same for you. You just don't know that he's doing it. You don't allow yourself to have that knowing. I'm telling you, tell yourself the truth. All right. Let's see. Talking about Archangel. Bring the focus and your attention to the lower part of your body, such as your belly, your legs, and feet, and consciously sink your weight into the physicality. Feel gravity and anchoring you, and imagine you are as strong, tall, and sturdy like an oak tree. Now that you're standing in your power, or excuse me, now you are standing in your power. Even if you don't fully believe it, day by day, you will begin to feel more confident and assertive. You think of Archangel Michael as fighting all your battles for you, I suppose. He doesn't. He gives you the strength to fight your own. None of that is. I don't know. It just got quiet. It's like you guys pray to God to make your life better than He's made anybody's life before. And yet, what makes you think you're so fucking deserving of that? You work with Him to have the best life. He's willing to work with you. He doesn't want you to do all the work, but He wants to work with you. And He's not going to do all the work for you. There's not an entity. I'm looking in Santa Muerte. We still got to figure out what the fuck is feeding people's desires like this. That's not God, bro. God wants you to have, He wants you to have not pride, but that succession, that feeling of achievement from doing it, like riding a bike. He wants to teach you, and He knows you're going to fall and you're going to get hurt, but He wants you to feel the freedom of being able to do this without Him, but knowing that you needed Him and that He's always there for you. It's a good relationship. But as far as, your archangels and stuff, understand what they do and don't ask them to do more than what God created them to do in your life. He's not there to fight your battles. He's there to diffuse your battles. With what? Love? He's not going to egg you on. He's not going to hand you the sword and say, finish them. He's going to put the sword down, take his fucking helmet off, and say, enough of this stupid shit. He's not a fire starter. He's not there to start the battle. He's there to end it. He ends battles. He doesn't start them. Realistically, so it's not like, let me call Archangel Michael while I'm about to go roll up on this bitch. Roll up, bitch. I bet you he's right there telling you not to act a fucking fool. His job is to defend all of God's children. He's God's defender. There's no battle to be had when Michael comes. It's the end of the battle. What does he bring? Truth? What's making you guys fight? All the lies? The shit you believe? If you only knew the truth, you wouldn't be fighting about this. Really? Yeah, simple shit though. It can be broken down to the most basic. It's like you and your boyfriend. What are you fighting over? Some lies? Some bullshit? Call Michael into that fight. Next time you go to fight with your man or woman, call him in and watch how fast this fight ends. Real quick, and it ends in love. All right? You want to call in, you know what I mean? Who are you going to call to keep the fight going? Call Lilith. Call Pac. We'll be right there. We'll finish these we will hurt them. We will make them feel very insignificant. We will tear apart their flesh. You don't call Michael for that. It's good to know your angels, guys. There's a lot of them. Gabriel is the one I feared the most. Now we're friends. It only took a couple lifetimes to be cool with him. Why is he the most powerful? He's God's commander. He delivers the message of God. And that's where the saying is, you can't shoot the messenger. His words are stone and steel given by God. He only speaks for God. If he comes and he calls upon you, that's a calling from God. He's the one that keeps, if there was ever an angel or anything that you wanted to get to, it would be him. He's the one that that delivers the purpose, everyone's divine purpose. Without him, nobody would know what they're here to do. He's the one. God says, all right, go get my person. All right. That's his job. He's the voice of God. He's like a human telephone or he's not even human, but he's like the telephone of God. Like when he arrives, you're talking to God through him. Really? That's pretty scary, don't you think? It's like, uh-oh, God's here. That's what I always say. When we see Gabriel, we're in trouble. Oh, fuck. Gabriel's here. God's here. God sent Gabriel. We're in trouble. He sent his voice. He sent his man. You can joke around with all the rest of them. That one's, oh. And that's just the rest of them. Who are all these people to God? They're his army. They all have different positions. Who's Jesus? He's coming to love you. He was sent to love you, not to persecute you. That's the us of the dark. Go get him. Aha, I got you, God. I got you. We're going to make you pay for your sins, motherfucker. You are going to feel this. Karma, karma. Really? I mean, I was part of that team. Now I'm just over here watching them do their dudes, watching them do the thing. And I'm like, oh, they're going to get you. After I leave, they're going to get you. Really? There's no such thing as the devil. It's just God and his army of light and dark. What's he doing to you? Trying to get you to get closer to him. He'll use the light for so long, be all lovey-dovey about it, and then he's going to kick your ass and make you come home. It's going to be what am I seeing? Martial law. Hey, Eminem. That sounds like something that should be in a song. Martial law. You should write a song called that and enforce your new fucking your new ways of being. Really? Yeah, it was inspiration from God for you. I heard it right there. Martial law. It's the name of your next song. Given to you by who? God. I don't give a shit what you can do with that. If you don't, somebody's going to try to make it better than you could never do it any better. That's for you, buddy. Just for you. God is thinking of you. He loves you. Hey, for the rest of you, I love you. We'll check the cards later. I just want to see what... I mean, I guess I could check right now. What are you doing to us, God? Oh, come on. Oh, okay. I thought these were the other cards. What did you think? They were the crows? It's all dark and dingy. Even the best card is dingy in that one. Did you see those? See the Lover's card? It's crazy. The Devil's card. This is dirty. All right. What's our energy? God. Oh, wow. Communication, huh? You going to reach out? Reach out. 8 of Wands. No, 8 of Wands isn't. That's the 8 of Swords. Is it the 8 of Wands? I can't remember. Yeah, the 8 of Wands is reaching out. Communication. Okay, what's that communication going to bring? Oh, a King of Wands? It's Jupiter? Zeus? Speak of the devil. All right. Okay, the 8 of Wands is upside down, obviously. It brings a King of Wands, which is Tyrant, Mr. Burger King. What comes from Mr. Burger King? Ooh, the Queen of Cups. Is this your energy or mine? It's on the bottom. The 2 of Swords. Wow. The non-tarot community are like, what does it mean? It means that change is upon us. Just after the 2 of Swords came Neptune, the King of fucking Cups. 6 of Swords and the 2 of Cups. The 2 of Cups is my union card. I don't really give a shit about the Lover's card. The 2 of Cups is the union card. It's when two people... You don't pull out 2 cups for one person. Know that. Really? Oh, somebody's in my fucking DMs again. What does it say? I don't know. Somebody said hi. Hi. How are you? I didn't like the last one that was in there. 4 of fucking Wands is underneath here. The Strength card. It looks like tomorrow should be good. Really? I mean, hopefully. We're going to leave that, and I will explain that tomorrow or later tonight. We're going to take a pause for the cause. Really? Yeah. Be blessed and highly favored, and be open to your next challenge so that you can receive your next blessing. Learning a lesson brings a blessing. Otherwise, you're just learning through suffering and pain, trials and tribulations. Hey, I love you guys. I'll catch you later. Later. Oh, I hear you, Nana Banana.